Shameless.
United in the Europa League. Europa League. Me tell them one time and we say Europa League. Europa.
Man United at the back. Man United at the back. We're in the title race. We're fighting on all four fronts. I don't care. I witnessed it. I needed to see certain things. I needed to see certain things from this team, right? I nearly hit myself in the mouth with the mic. I needed to see certain things from this team. To see the minerals when it counts. And I'm seeing it. I'm on board. We're in a title race. We're doing our thing. What a comeback tonight. Second half, we absolutely dealt with Barcelona. This is the best team in Spain. This is the team running away with La Liga. This is the team that's only conceded, single-digit goals. And in the second half, we absolutely put it on them. Ten Hag, again, getting a reaction out of his team, getting the boys to knuckle down and getting a reaction, making changes. Anthony on, Sancho came off early as well. Weghorst off at half-time. But he just keeps getting a reaction from this team and we just keep fighting. We never say die. We never give up. I just spoke to Bruno down there. And he spoke about the feeling in the camp. And I said to him, that interview you done with Rio was so perfect when you spoke about the rules in the house. There needs to be rules in the house. And every single one of them players are tapped in. Let me tell you earlier on, Old Trafford was bouncing. Absolutely bouncing before kickoff. Even when we went 1-0 down to a dubious penalty. It was soft. It happens. But how do we react? Everybody in the Stretford end, through to the East stand, through to the Sir Alex Ferguson stand, through to the Bobby Charlton stand right in front of me, they rose to their feet and their vocal cords were banging form. We've got this. Don't panic. And yes, the first half, we were struggling. We needed the half. Barcelona had control. Frenkie de Jong was stroking the ball about. You had Sergio Busquets stroking the ball about. And Barcelona were coming into their element. But you just always felt if we could get to half-time with damage limitation and not concede another, Eric would make the tactical changes, and not only tactical, because that's one thing. Anthony coming on at half time, that's one thing. But then the players had to show it. They had to show the determination. They had to show they could up their levels. Fred, past the Fred. Everyone was talking about Sabitzer. Listen, Sabitza's been fantastic. I said no chance. Fred is starting this game, and you know what? Who was the fan? She had the Fred scarf on after Leicester the other day. Look at that. She's probably jumping around her room right now. Unbelievable goal from Fred. And Bruno, again, Bruno. First half, gives away a penalty, heads down. He's not playing very well. He's been quite wasteful on the ball. Couldn't really get into the game. Second half, talisman. In the last 5 minutes, he covered absolutely every single blade of grass that there was. Unbelievable. And look, you can look at it and say, the first half we wasn't good. But to come back like that against a Barcelona side that are top of the Liga and flying high, and to put it on them like we did in the second half. They didn't have a sniff in the second half until right to the end, to be fair, when the ghost of Rafe the Phantom cleared it off the line, which was offside anyway. But that's the only bit of trouble they had. Actually, I tell a lie. Don't get carried away, Flex. They had the Jules Koundé header as well that David De Gea tipped over the bar. But we showed every single ingredient that you need to make a good performance and to get the right result. And talking about ingredients, we're slowly starting to see this team just build. Ten Hag's cooking. Ten Hag is cooking up something special. And now I'm not afraid to say it. So many times you're afraid to say as a Man United fan, don't get too ahead of yourself or curve the expectation. But people like KG and stuff, they're right. Believe in this team. I don't give a crap if we lose. Couldn't care less. I know what this manager is doing. I know what this manager is cooking. And I know the direction that this club is going under with this manager's guidance, with Benny McCarthy, with Mitchell van der Gaar, not Quinton Fortune. It's just so good to see. And again, speaking to Bruno and hearing how different it is here, and speaking to Wout Weghorst saying we just want to fight for everything. We just want everything. Honestly, it's so pleasing to be a Manchester United fan right now. And it is a game at a time. It is one step at a time. But the confidence that's oozing through this team is unbelievable. Let's get to Anthony, because I tell you what, he, like Ten Hag said, he just brought everything we needed. He brought pace out on that right-hand side. He brought dynamism out on that right-hand side. Could he come with the acute finish? Could he come with the acute finish when it was needed? Absolutely, yes. Gives us that finishing touch. Casemiro, brilliant in the second half as well. Winning tackles, fighting for everything, pulling down players when he needed to. Just that great kind of ring awareness, like boxers who just know where to be and what to do when the pressure's on. The ghost of Rafe the Phantom. I don't think he put a foot wrong all game. He was absolutely flawless. Martinez beating his chest. it just was the ultimate team performance. And when the chips went down, even in the second half, Jadon was struggling, couldn't get into the game. You know, you're thinking, right, Eric, we need a change. Garnacho comes on, completely changes the game, running up and down this touchline with Jules Koundé. Couldn't live with him. Busquets gets him on the half turn, gets him booked. He doesn't want to be running back with him. And he just changed the game, the young kid. And this is what we're talking about, Garnacho as an impact player. He just continues to make an impact from the bench and knows his position and knows his role so well. So, look, I can't fault any of them. Dalot coming on as well, being defensively sure. And you know what? When Ten Hag sees that things need tweaking, he's not afraid to make the changes. Okay, you might not always get it right. That's what happens. These decisions aren't always going to work and we're living happily ever after. I'm not expecting every decision to go right. But right now it is. but the enthusiasm to be able to change something and intuition to spot that it's wrong early. We could see at half-time, we needed a rocket up our asses. We needed it. But also what you could see at half-time was the game was lacking. I think Valk was just struggling to kind of give Barcelona something to think about going backwards in terms of the threat in behind. And it was obvious what needed to change. And it's just like, you just knew the manager was going to do it. You just know Eric knows what to do. And it was really easy. You know, get Bruno back into the 10, get Sancho on the left, push Rashford up front and get Anthony on that right-hand side. And the game completely changed. And it wasn't just because Anthony was there. Like I said, the whole team was on the front foot. The whole team was on the front foot. And Bruno fighting for the ball. I think it's a Luke Shaw back heel. Bruno bodies someone, kind of gets them out the way. Sets Garnacho. Garnacho gets his shot blocked, goes to Fred, gets it blocked. I think it hits De Jong. And Anthony with the cool, calm finish. It was just absolutely brilliant. It really, really was. Was that the goal? What was the first goal? Oh, yeah, sorry. And then Bruno gave the ball to Fred, didn't he? And Fred right-footed into the bottom-hand corner. It's a good finish as well. And Anthony's one was as well. So this team just keeps fighting on all fronts. And I called that this would be a tight game. I said it would be 2-1. I said it would be cagey. And you know what? It was. But I tell you what, we were by far the better side. Over the two legs, we deserved to go through. And this has been a massive measuring stick. Ten Hag spoke about how big of a test it will be to come up against a Barcelona team in form. And the same for Barcelona to come up against a Manchester United side bang in form. We went to the new camp and we left there thinking, flipping it, that should have been 4-1. That should have been 4-2. And to come back here and go 1-0 down with a soft penalty, I understand that. But the character to come back and say, this is our house, we don't take this here. We're going to come back into this game and to get the mentality going. Just brilliant. Honestly, I'm so excited about this team. And roll on Sunday. Roll on Sunday. The confidence is there. Will it be an easy game? Absolutely not. Is it going to be a tough game? Is it going to be a slug? Are we going to have to fight for every ball? Absolutely, yes. The same in every single game. Do Newcastle want it more than anything? Absolutely. But guess what? So do we. And I tell you what, win that, and that will cap up a fantastic week and month for Manchester United. And that will kind of just give Ten Hag the validation that he needed to say, you know what, this team is teaming and everyone's buying in. My man of the match, I'm just going to give it to Varane. Why not? I don't know. Bruno, Anthony, I don't know. They're all man of the match. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Come on.